Alright. Let's see, which course do we pick for this? Which track is the most benefit from it? I mean, Tiny Temple has many parts with it where I can easily abuse of it. Barren Ruins doesn't have that many. Out of Time, there's only the lap entrance. Hyperspaceway doesn't have it. Hello there. Twilight Tour has only the last minute turbo in my strategy. Thunderstruck doesn't matter. Deep Sea has it by the ending. Inferno has it by like every damn turn. So I suppose we'll do Inferno Island. Alright, so if you've seen the title of the stream, I'm basically gonna teach you the concept of natural drifting, which helps me control every damn advanced character, because in the first place I was an acceleration player. When I used accelerate characters, a problem I had that I've noticed is that I always, when I wanted to do mini turbos, I always held a direction depending on where I wanted to go. So for example, if I wanted to go tight, I always held left here, but if I wanted to go wide, I would always hold right there. The problem is, this doesn't work with the advanced characters because of their turning. So I had to come up with something else that would help me improve my gameplay in order to get better times, which is the natural drifting concept. The natural drifting concept allows you to go a bit wider than what you would use if you kept holding a direction, because right now, if I keep holding left in this turn, I'm instantly gonna smash the wall during the turbo release. However, if I take this turn while not holding any direction during the turbo release, I may not hit the wall depending on how I have taken it, because when you don't hold any direction during a turbo release, that means you're going to go a bit wider to avoid the walls. Like this. If I held a direction during so. Let's see if I can reproduce a line that is similar. I was even closer, you see? But that's because I want, like, I kept holding right. If you hold right, of course, you're gonna smash the wall because you keep trying to hold the direction, but there are many turns where you can see that it affects the player very, very fast. See? I went too tight. I went too tight by the turbo release, and for no reason. There's no apparent reason in why you should actually wish to go this tight when you just want to play safe. Okay, so that's an init box. What? I can't even go over? Damn. Whereas if I do neutral at each turbo release, that means I can go wider and actually have better lines, because I can basically focus more on going tight but still go wide at the turbo releases. Like here, for example, if I kept holding the left, I hit the wall in the end. The problem is, I hit the wall. Whereas if I just went neutral, I wouldn't have hit it. That's a wall I never hit in the first place. You don't need to touch it. You really don't need to touch it. I don't know if you can see the top tires of my character, but you can see that at each release I always hold no direction. It makes you go a bit wider, and it helps in many runs and in many effects. Especially in straights, like this one. You can easily fit more turbos if you do no holding. And it doesn't make you lose your momentum, because when you don't hold any direction, that means you're going straight, unless then if you're holding a direction, you're always going towards that said direction. Let's just show you with the little shortcut. If I held right, I go just on the right, and that's pointless. However, since this line is meant to be like taken from another side, let's use the other control. That's my bad. Alright. I go too far. Personally, I go too far. I'm not used to this driving because I don't go to the direction I want to go to. And that's just with the Inferno Island shortcut. You can see how important it is to actually mention the direction you want to go to and have knowledge of it. And that's the problem with the turning of this game for newcomers. They're like, I cannot control advanced characters because their turning is bad every damn time I try to do chained power slides. Because when I held my direction with acceleration characters, I didn't go this tight, or I didn't have this type of control. That's why neutral drifting can help you fix that problem. And the reason is, you go the way you want to go to. Like here, I just chained 3 MTs very, very easily because I didn't hold any direction. I can still go tight despite not holding any direction because of my momentum. And most importantly, neutral drifting helps a shit ton to add mini turbos in straights, like this. It's that simple. At least to me. You can really see that I can have no problems adding mini turbos in straight, or even in like turns where you feel like you could not add a mini turbo. Like especially here, I had a right facing power slide without any problem, just because I don't hold any direction. However, if I held a direction, like if I held right because my turbo was right facing, I would have went so damn wide. I probably would have landed here. But if I had neutral, I can stick with my line. I'm still sticking with my line, and I can still go tight because of it. That's the thing. With neutral drifting, you can add more power slides than what you would wish. And it helps not only in Inferno Island. Hold on. There are many, many, many ways to abuse of it. Especially the neutral drifting turbo release. Because when I watch people, they always hold the direction when releasing the power slides. I think that is their main problem right now. The problem is that when you hold the direction during the turbo release, you're always gonna go tighter than what you would expect. There are many ways to abuse of it, and there are tracks where it is good to abuse of this. There are parts of tracks where it is good to abuse of it. But there are many parts of many tracks where it is bad to abuse of it. Coco Park is one of them, yeah. Now that I think of it. Like past the shortcut, inside the cave, there's a ton, at least for me, of neutral drifting and neutral turbo releases. Let's go to lap 2, it's gonna be even more obvious. That was a bad one. My bad. Let's try again. Like here, those turbos neutral. Those turbos neutral turbo release. This turbo neutral, neutral, neutral. And then last turbos neutral. It's that important. In straight, I don't see how people can like wish to hold a direction in straights because they feel like they're gonna go wider than what they would expect, because when they don't hold any direction, they're going wider than what they would expect to go to. In any straight in Coco Park, you've seen that I've been not holding any direction. Or even just to go wider, because if I hold a direction like this turn, you can see that I went tighter than what I wanted to. I hit the grass. Hitting the grass is bad, so why would I do this? Why would I hold a direction? When if I don't, I can go as wide as I want to add my turbos. There's no point. Cruise tube start, that's a good point. That's a good point. And Crash Cove too. I abuse of neutral drifting at the start of Crash Cove. The start of Crash Cove, you can add as many turbos as you want, as long as you add the neutral drifting. Let's show you. The most benefits in the most benefit would be in Roost Tube, indeed. Because there are many specific ways to abuse of it. Let's hold the direction. I hit the wall. Enough said, I hit the wall. I didn't hold the direction during the turbo release. I did not hit the wall. As simple as it sounds. Proven in 5 seconds. Neutral drifting makes you go wider and helps to maintain the momentum you have. And it helps because there are too many good ways to abuse of it. You can drop a neutral anywhere in your run because that means not holding. I don't know. Yeah, there's one turn. There's one turn in Crash Cove where I can only neutral. Hold on. I'm gonna build reserves a bit. Alright. This one turn, in specific, I don't hold any direction. I don't hold any direction until the turbo release. Of course, I went wide here, but in my PR, I go tight. By doing the same exact technique. And even here, you can just do that, then add turbos while not holding any direction. And then here, you can do it. Here, you can do it as well. In the shortcut, you can do it by releasing the turbos in a neutral position. So many good ways. So many good ways to abuse of it. Yeah, if I go tight, I can hit the wall right out. Come on, you know it. In sewer, there are not many good spots of it. I will admit there's like only one good spot of it. And the only good spot of it is the right turbo right after the boost panel at the start. However, the first 3 turbos, it's true that I hold neutral. That's good, that's good. Hopefully it makes you improve your gameplay. I want this to happen, improve your gameplay. Keep posting footage of your gameplay, and anyone can help. I'm willing to. Neutral, go tight, only neutral. Neutral. This turbo can be neutral also. And those ones are only neutrals. It's fine as long as you have I don't know if you're on Switch, but if you have the Switch control, the Pro controller, it's easy to do so still. I don't know if you use the stick. I don't know if it's efficient with stick. I can only tell you that this strategy is efficient with D-pad. On stick, there are many inputs you can do to be more precise. This technique is just mostly for D-pad. Neutral, neutral until the release, and then I lost it. Nice. The technique, not holding any direction during drifting or doing the turbo releases. It makes you go wider than what you would expect. Instead of holding a direction, there are many ways where you can see that if you hold the direction during a turbo release, you're still going tighter and have more chances to hit the wall. So therefore you're gonna do a stupid technique like probably doing a jump to U-turn, or even just cancel the turbo you've been doing just to go wider, I would say. When if you held no direction, you will still have went wide, like wide but tight, if you see what I mean. Also, this is so wide. Damn. I don't know, man. I don't like holding directions, honestly. There's just so many spots where you can see me doing it. I don't know, I do it in every damn run, and I don't know if people notice that I go maybe wider or can fit more stuff than others. Like in Crash Cove, I'm capable of adding a power slide compared to Red Hot or Oxide. I'm capable of adding a power slide once per lap. In Roost Tubes, where can you abuse of it? Let's see. You guys, by doing so many inputs, are killing basically the controller and your thumb. That's what I don't get. I want to play something in a manner that doesn't kill my hands or doesn't kill my momentum. So that's why I've been doing this. Oh, true, you can add it here. Like this line in specific. How does it go here? It goes fine, honestly. And then you basically hold the direction when you want to go tight with the turbo release. And then here you do it. Yeah, I see what you mean now, BTF. Crazy amount of abusing. I see what you mean. And then here you add another, and here you add another, then you add here, and then you gave the line by not holding any direction. I see what you mean there. On Electron, there is a ton of abuses. Hold on. I remember in Electron, there's a ton of abuses, especially the straight lines. Just too many. Hold on, let's go. Electron, no. Electron is right there. You like to destroy your hands? That's not kind towards them. You need to think about them. How else are you gonna use them? To cook. For example, to cook. Like here, you can neutral a bit, especially on the last turbo. Then you keep the line and go wide a bit. And for the straight line, no input needed. And you keep the line. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Here, you can do it. You can do it here. Also here. Here also, just so you don't hit the wall. Here you cannot do it, but I remember that here you can do one. And by the ending you can do it like this. As simple as it sounds. As simple as it sounds. Also, barren runes is basically neutrals when you are jumping across the entire track. That is true. That's what I've mentioned. Barren runes is neutral. Like, except the pipe, the entire track is neutral. That's true, Mercatus. That's true. Neutral, 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 neutral. Oh, my bad. Alright. Also, neutral here, if you add it. Neutral, neutral. Neutral, 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 neutral. Neutral release, neutral. Neutral once again. As simple as it sounds. As simple as it sounds. You can add more turbos or have even more control by doing neutrals. Especially on every release of turbos. Not every, depending on where you want to go, of course. Of course. But I hope that I've proven my point on this. No way! No way! Man, it's been so long. It's been 6 years? Or maybe even 7. 7 years since I haven't seen you, Slyan. Damn. This game just feels so neutral. Didn't play since MK7. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh. Jesus. Wow. It's been so long, friend. How are you doing? Jesus, you gotta take Music Park back. Have you seen that it got down to 145 with slicks? Literally 145 with slicks. Neutral, neutral, neutral. Neutral, neutral. Neutral. Neutral, neutral, neutral. Even more neutral, neutral, not neutral. Neutral, neutral. Neutral again. And then another neutral. Neutral. No neutrals because it's fucking blue fire. Neutral. And here you can add like 1 neutral. ISO is very good. Slyan, I can teach you the game so you can rank people again. Don't worry. You will wreck people once again. Ah non, 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 certainement pas. Hein. Les Joy-Con, ils vont se casser en 5 minutes et tu vas pas apprécier utiliser le stick des Joy-Con. Après, si t'as un Switch Pro, ça peut passer. Mais sinon, non, je te le conseille pas du tout. Je te le conseille vraiment pas du tout. Il y a Justin Zimmerman, je sais pas s'il est parti. Mais lui, il peut te confirmer que s'il joue en portable sur Switch, c'est de la merde. C'est de la vraie merde. Even on Jungle Boogie I can do some, I think. Oh well. In Oxid Station, there's like no spot for it. Funny. You guys are funny. Yeah, Oxid Station. Les virages en l'air, bah comme je viens de le dire souvent, si tu touches rien, ça se passera mieux. Si tu touches rien, ça se passera mieux. Tu auras plus de contrôle et tu garderas la ligne que tu souhaites, plutôt que quand tu touches une direction. Ah, l'air break. Ah ouais, ça demande un peu de temps, mais en gros, ce que tu fais, c'est que quand tu es sur le point de faire le saut, t'appuies sur le bas. Et ensuite, quand tu es dans les airs, tu appuies sur carré tout en appuyant plus sur l'accélération. Et ensuite, tu touches avec ta direction et tout, et tu peux aller sur le côté. Tranquille. Mais bon, si tu utilises le joystick, c'est nettement plus dur. C'est nettement plus dur de faire l'air break avec le joystick. Nah, you didn't hear, putain. You didn't hear it. Don't worry. So where can I... Yeah, I know there's spots in Oxide Station where I would have used it. It's normal to prefer the PS4 version because of exclusivities, but since it's only Retro Stadium, who gives a shit about Retro Stadium? Honestly. Neutral, neutral, neutral a bit, then you go tight, neutral once again, and more neutrals. And then another neutral, and then you can fit some more here. And you still keep a good line. That's the thing. Even there. And here you can add one. Here you can add another one. Here, of course, you cannot do any, but here, if you have a good line, you can do one. And then here again. Oh, my bad. Arcade stick? No, it's just the D-pad on the PS4 controller. Oh, by the way, Slyan, I'll post my Discord here, if you have Discord. Is Nitro drifting faster or easier? The answer is both, because you can add more power slides, which means in the end having more ways to jump, which is why I would say that I can easily jump in Sewer Speedway inside the water stream part, because since you go wider for a bit, that means you are going to do more perfect turbos. So yes, depending on the situation as well. But for example, since you go wider, you're going to do even better perfect turbos. So that means more reserves. So that means arguably losing less reserves, depending on your driving, of course. But there are many benefits. For now, I would say that sinuous, the tracks you've played do not require it as much as others. Like BTF made a good point mentioning roost tubes. Try making a good point in roost tubes. Like, try to get the record on roost tubes without thinking that you have to neutral to keep a good line. And counter drifting, I use it mostly on my first turbo. Like here, I use it in order to go wide. Let's try this again. You can still counter drift and do neutral at the same time, like this. I just did a counter drifting despite wishing that I would have neutraled on the last turbo. Counter drift and neutral turned into 3-chained power slice. You can add both. Both work so well together as well. Counter drift but release neutral. Exactly. I have no clue of what you're talking about, but come on, Tom, you know what I'm talking about. I know you know. Especially on Slide Coliseum, you do it. You do it on Slide Coliseum. I've seen your record. You do it. You do it on one triple chain power slide. Hold on. You do it on Slide Coliseum. I know you do it because I've seen the record. Alright. Here you can do it. But the thing is, you don't do it here. You do it here. On your record, you do it here. Because you know that if you hold the direction, you're gonna go into the grass. Or you're going to go wider than what you want to. So to keep the line of sight of... Not the line of sight. So in order to keep your line, you actually do it. You can see it with the tires. You don't touch any direction. I'm certain of it. Also here you can like drop one, let's say. Just my point. You do it. Yeah, I know, Tom, you knew about it, but you just do it. You just, yeah, you didn't know basically what it means, but you do it. But the thing is, what you do here works a ton better at turbo releases because you go wider. So you can fit more MTs or even have more control. Because during a release, you can still function like you want to go tight, so first release the turbo without only holding any direction, and then input a direction. No, I'm the only one that care about it. That's the problem. Because it helps in many courses. Like here I would do it like this and then jump over if I can. But I don't know if it's even better for the line, but I would do it like that. Come on, products, you know I'm fucked with that game. Turbo Track, I don't think it has it. Tiger Temple, you can abuse of it, like in straight lines. Apparently, it's just that no one understood my point, Tom Mosley. No one understood my point in why I would say that it would be better for D-pad users. It would help them have control. But with stick, I don't know if it's that efficient. I don't even know. Damn it. Alright. I'll do it on the other one. I can easily add turbos, that's the thing. Oh man, I hate this course. And then you adjust. Simple, neutral works there. Neutral is the most beneficial way to me to add turbos in straight lines. That's how simple it is. And it's not even a hard technique. You don't do anything for it. You don't do anything for it. Not even a hard technique. It helps so much. Oh man. I think just a little announcement right there. I'm returning to Oxford Station. Let's have some cancer. I hope you guys have understood my point, and I hope you guys will think about doing it more in order to finish more runs or even feel more comfortable with your driving. There's just so many ways to abuse of it. Just use it. That's what I'm gonna say. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, I of course won't force you, because there are many people that don't use it and it works. For me, it works because I switched from acceleration to advanced, and that's how I could use advanced. It's just fighting your instinct. Sinus, you've played fucking MK8. I'm not gonna respond to that once more. In MK8 you do neutral. You didn't do neutral. That was a mistake. You should do it now. Okay? You should do it now. Now is the time. Now is the time to return to MK8 and do neutrals. Okay? It's now. Now or never. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I wanna eat something. I wanna take a shower. I just wanna do stuff. And then I will maybe return to the game before Overwatch League returns. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys saw that my explanations were clear. If they weren't clear, I can always make a post in Discord or even in the forum in CT ranking. It doesn't matter. I can do it. I can make a post that is gonna be as explicit as I can, because I'm not very sure that I'm understandable when I speak. It's always easier to understand a post other than someone speaking that is from a foreign country. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later.